Hi everyone, Tabithatreasure here. So I am a jewelry reseller, but I also love crafting. I want to pan this a little bit where you can see all of the butterfly. So I use junk jewelry to do crafts in my spare time. And I wanted to show y'all this butterfly I'm working on. So this butterfly, I've outlined it with some faux pearls, and I've been using broken bracelets, a broken necklace. So I have run out of stuff on hand to use for the butterfly, and I'm hoping to find some things that I can use to finish some of these little pieces before I start filling in some of the others. So I went to the internet and got me some more jewelry, and I cut my address off and where it come from, but we're going to look at this together. So I resell on Poshmark. Let me get this in the camera. I resell on Poshmark and on Whatnot, and I got this from a Whatnot reseller. There's my receipt. I want to keep that for my accounting that I do. So this is a live unboxing. So this is all craft. I bought it not wearable, not resellable. There might be some things in here I can fix. But let me show you how much I got. I got 3 pounds and 7 ounces. So I'm just going to lay the bubble wrap down. 3 pounds and 7 ounces. And then I also won a giveaway. And I'm going to link my Poshmark and my Whatnot reference code. So if you don't have an account on Poshmark, I think it's a $10 credit they'll give you when you sign up if you don't have an account to spend. And then on Whatnot, they give you $15 to spend if you've never had an account with them. So you can use my referral code. So this is the buyer's giveaway that I won. So that's really pretty. So this is wearable. So this is glass and faux pearls. This is gorgeous. So that's what I won. That's not part of the junk jewelry. So I'm just going to dump this bag out and we're going to go through it. So I can already see that we're going to have some loose beads, which beads are always good for filler, to fill in those spots. Adjust the camera just a little bit. So I got a goodie bag. I love goodie bags. So this is going to have some broken pieces in it as well. So I've got a decent necklace. So probably if I put a jump ring there, I can actually resell that. Or, yeah, I could fix that. So there's a fixable in here. Now you don't have to fix it. You can use it for junk jewelry. This is a beautiful bracelet. I can fix that and resell that. Now this is a craft lot, so I can actually take this apart and use that throughout the butterfly wings. That'll be pretty. And I could actually use those little pieces in the butterfly rings. Got a little single earring. These are always fun. That's pretty. Looks like that come off of a necklace. That looks like wood. Sometimes the craft jewelry, you might find some just like this one. This one is good. So I can actually wear that one or sell that one or craft with it, but it's broke right there. So what I'll do is I'll take it apart and I can either use it in my junk jewelry or I can restring it and have me another necklace or a bracelet. This is a double strand. This is all plastic or acrylic. That looks like it is a resellable piece. So I got this sight unseen So this one here, what's wrong with it is the leather on that cording is rough. So what I'll do is I'll clip this off, and then I'll use that somewhere in one of my little junk jewelry things. So I feel like I'm saying junk jewelry a ton. So this is stainless steel PGDA, and it just needs the clasp reattached. That has a very smooth feel. And these beads here are nice beads, so I can use those in my crafting. And looks like the necklace probably broke, so that would be good for, you can either fix that, like restring it all together, or I'll use some of those in that butterfly. So this is very colorful. I'll probably use that in the butterfly too, just because of those pretty colors. These silk beads are from the 60s or the 70s. These are really popular again. So it looks like that has a little discoloration on it. Sometimes people don't care because they get them for costumes or dress up. So they don't mind them having a little discoloration. But that's a cute little treasure. There is a tarnished little ring. I can't do anything really with that. So what I'll do is I'll make me another craft bag, and I'll put that one in there. Somebody else might know how to use that. So I've got some more of these cute little pieces. And see, I can leave those little dangles on, or I can take those off. You could actually make earrings out of those. So you could have 3 new pair of earrings, or you could just make both of those a pair of earrings. But I'm going to put those probably in my butterfly. That's really pretty. I love that center. Oh my gosh, y'all. Y'all know I'm an owl fan. Some of y'all might not know that I'm an owl fan. But oh my goodness, this is a steampunk owl. It's missing the tail, but who cares? This is going in my collection. This is so precious. So I have a collection. I probably got over 110 owls, so this makes 111. And this baby, I'm putting that one on right now. That one is mine. I'm so glad I bought this. And then these are little tassels, and you can actually, these looks like they're just come undone right there, so you could actually wind that back around, put a little glue on it, have you some earrings. But those little tassels will be good for like little tails. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Little fluffy articulated tail. I'm so proud of that owl. And this was a necklace. The beads are all falling off, but what's cool is that has a vintage fish hook clasp. So I can reuse this. I'm gonna leave that bead on there. I can reuse this and fix one where all I have is just the hook. And I need this little part here. So I'll be able to fix a necklace with that. A little Frosty the Snowman. There's another one of those pretty pieces. So these are going to be great in my butterfly. Got some beads. And look, there's actual match to the snowman. And this was a necklace. Sometimes these necklaces are so thin, they snap apart. But that's going to look great. And I could bend those back and forth and separate those. And I could use those in some craft jewelry. There's another one of those pieces. There's the tail. She included the tail. So what I can do is I can glue this back together. That's made my day right there. And so these are all glass, it says. And sometimes people recycle the bags. So sometimes the bags might say something and it not be what's inside. But look at that lovely J-hook closure. And these are glass. So I'm going to have to pull these out and look at them a little bit more. These look like vintage beads. So I might fix this necklace to wear, or I might just use every bit of that glass in my butterfly. Because you know butterflies are colorful. And that's what I was looking for, is some colorful pieces. And I think I lost a little stone out of there, but that's fine. We'll find it. And then I'm going to lay this on top just so we can collect some of this when we pour it out. I have loved grab bags all my life. And when I was little, so this was a Tangle bag, it says. When I was little, we used to go to the flea market, and I would always go to the Avon lady, and she had grab bags. And so that's where Mom could find me. So this is really neat. This is, I think, carved bone. And it's dyed. I love pieces like that. So this looks like a tangled bag, but that come untangled really easy. This is a vintage necklace. It used to have 2 strands. Now it just has 1. So what you could do is you could recreate with this. You could take it apart, recycle the parts and pieces, but that looks like it's mixed with beautiful stone pieces too. That's a treasure. And then this is another one of those multi-strand. Looks like it had 4 strands. And this looks like a Japan or a Hong Kong. Got a little signature there, but I can't make it out. But these beads are glass, and they are so pretty. So pretty. I'm going to show you some of those that come off of that necklace. That is just beautiful. So, oh, and let's look at the bracelet. Those, you can harvest these stones out of here. So this is just a cuff bracelet. I don't see anything wrong, but it was part of a tangle. I have big wrists, and I could never wear these cuffs and stuff. So that would be great. That's still good. That's still usable. But if you had something that you need to repair, you could always pop these little rhinestones out and use those. But I think that's too pretty to tear it. But it looks like it is broke. They probably had one more on that side. So that would be great for harvesting. So there we have it. We have all these beautiful pieces, and I'm going to be working them into this butterfly. And I have a cat and a mason jar craft in both of my closet on Poshmark, and then in my storefront on Whatnot. But like these beads, like you want to fill this section in, you could lay some glue down, and then you could just put random beads here and there wherever they'll fit in. And you can just make little panels. If you use all glass, it'll be all shiny. But that's just an example. Or you can use them like I did these broken pearl necklaces. You can use them to outline and line. So I hope you have enjoyed my video, and be sure to check out my closet and my storefront, and I'll see y'all again soon.